Hey folks, Psychotic comedian here for show number 86. Always glad to be back. I'll start off with about 10 years ago, this guy really got on my nerves. He was always flirting with the women at the gym. So I thought I'd, aggravate him a little bit. And one thing she says, I don't know what you're doing, but you just keep it up. You're looking great. I said, oh, well, thank you. I have been stepping up my chest routine a little bit. No, dumbass, not you, Paul. I'm talking to the women over the side of you. And he goes, hey, baby, you're a credit to this gym, honey buns of oats. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Paul, not you, the girl behind you. Finally, Jeff got so frustrated with me that, he tackled me wrestler style, and he got charged with assault, and he lost his job. Well, the next day I came in and says, I hear you guys are looking for a front desk clerk. And they said, well, yes, fine, young man. And I got UPTV, I got a job. How about that? All right. These are some of the things I'm really proud of in my life, UPTV. One, I finished in the top 95% of my high school graduating class. Proud of that. I have an uncle that's an adult film legend. Proud of that. My 8 3/4 inch cock, which used to be a source of embarrassment, is now a source of pride. You know what I'm saying? All right. Oh, and I was invited to 20, I was invited to 26 parties during my high school career. How about that? I got a prop for this. I remember years ago, about a year ago after I took that, paranoia 101 class with that oddball teacher, Leaf Malmsteen. Well, a year later, I was working out, and I saw him at the gym. I go, oh, God. I tried to avoid him, UPTV, but he says, Paul, it's you. It's you. He says, you've been following me all the way here from wherever. Haven't you, Paul? Haven't you? You know what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling when I'm curling those dumbbells, don't you? Don't you, Paul? Then he ran into the aerobics room and he got a jump rope and he started strangling me with it. He goes, look who's playing second fiddle to me now, Paul, huh? And, I said, I remember doing this last night, but only I had a plastic bag over my head and I was hanging from the closet door. But anyway, that's another story. But anyway, I came to an hour or two later, and Leaf was invited, couldn't come back to the gym until his psychiatrist gave him his approval to do so. Well, I went to the doctor the other day to get a physical the other day. I said, well, I'm somewhat famous, locally famous in this area. And she says, well, what for, Paul? And then I pulled down my pants and showed her my well-hung member. And she took my blood pressure. She goes, woo, Paul, take my blood pressure. So I was pumping the blood pressure, and she says, I'm turning purple. Then she threw back some blood pressure medicine along with some anxiety meds. She passed out right before she gave me her phone number. And, it's, sometimes UPTV, I sometimes do have my moments. Okay. I'm sorry this show started a little late, but As of last Friday, I'm under surveillance by the Champaign County Police Department. You may ask why. Well, I'm banned from singing in local establishments now when it's not karaoke night. For example, I came in and started singing at the Star Trek convention there at the Memorial Stadium. And the police saw me, and the manager called the police, and the police said, in one of those big horns, "Paul, drop the microphone. It's not karaoke night. Drop the microphone, Paul. No one gets hurt." And so, I complied with them. And now they kind of follow me around town and make sure a microphone's not on my person. How about that? Well, these mental health classes, I don't know. I'm pretty much through with them now. But I took one about a year and a half ago, maybe longer. It's called Thoughts and Moods and Physical Reactions. Well, halfway through the class, this big-tittied instructor goes, "Well, Paul, you've been quiet today. I haven't heard from you. You got an example?" I said, "You betcha I do. I saw this really big-boobed at the pool brunette in a two-piece bathing suit. She was absolutely outrageous. My thought was, I want to nail that bitch." You know what I'm saying? My mood was, yeah, good. And my physical reaction was a nice, big, juicy, ripe, 8 3/4 inch hard on. And she goes, "Woo, Paul, that was quite an example. Why don't you come over here? You could peel off my wet and I can't think. My wet and sticky panties off me, and you could stick that 8 3/4 inch cockmaster in me. I'm making an appointment. I'm going to make an appointment." Okay. Here's two-parter. I didn't feel like having sex last night, so I told my hand that I had a headache. How about that? And I worked for a fragrance company. I really enjoyed it after about the first week. It started with women, sometimes you got to be careful what you wish for. The women had their hands all over me, and they're licking me and stuff, and I was like, I almost had enough, and I realized it's an all-woman organization, a fragrance company. Well, finally, after about 50 years, I filed a harassment case. After 50 years, I said, I will not be taken advantage of, UPTV. Sometimes you eventually have to speak up. Okay. Seriously, back when I was in high school, back in 85, 86, I was up here working as a radio show personality. Well, they sent me out to California to do my internship. And one of the more memorable, I did some celebrities, some non-celebrities. One of the more memorable ones was with David Lee Roth. And I'm going to be sitting down for this, Jason. Okay. How we doing? All right, man. David Lee Roth, and here's kind of how the interview went. Good morning, LA. Hope everything's going okay. Today on my show, I have the pleasure of having very popular at the time singer. His name's David Lee Roth. How you doing, David? I'm glad to be here, man. It's great. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, Paul? Really good. I'm doing really good. David, you're really popular right now. How does that make you feel? Oh, man, it makes me feel great, man. I just give them a smile and hope for a lofty... I just give them a smile and hope for a lofty return, man. All right. What does VBT mean, David? Oh, man, that means valuable beach time, man. Do you want to hang out with me later? Yeah, sure, that'd be great. Do you know any chicks? Hey, man, you know, I know all the chicks, man, around here. Can you get me laid? Look who you're talking to, man. You're talking to the Diamond Man. Sure, I'll set you up at a hotel and just tell the girls that Diamond Dave sent you in here. You're cool as hell, David. Okay. Can I sing backup in your group? Well, that's parking lot, that discussion. Well, let's end this show a little early today and go get some VBT time. That sounds good, my man. Let's go to the beach and hang out, man. My projects can wait, man. How about that? Okay. So that's the end of my 86th effort for the show. I think hopefully maybe I did a good David Lee Roth. I've been watching his stuff. I don't know. But anyway, I'd like to thank Jason, as always, for filming me today, and Jake Shoemaker. And hope Khalib's doing good at his new job. And anyway, I'll just cut it short and say this is the Psychotic Comedian bidding you adieu. Oh, whatever.